Hey y'all, welcome to Angels and Astrology. I am back, y'all. I know it's been a minute since y'all seen me since I uploaded a video, but I was coming on today because I was guided to. But I was hearing you all, someone broke a spiritual law, and now this person has to pay the physical consequences. Somebody broke a spiritual law, now this person has to pay the physical consequences. Let's get the overall energy of this message to see what's going on. What's going on, Spirit, with this message? What's the overall energy of this message? This could be a person who smokes a lot. I just had a heavy smoker. Somebody could be smoking heavy at this moment, at this time. It says, stop stressing over shitty as fuck people. Stop stressing over shitty people, y'all. On the back of this card, it says, the vast majority of our time spent in strife and stress is simply because we're stressing over shitty people. If you catch yourself thinking about a shitty person, take a moment and think about an awesome human. If you're going to spend time crawling up other people's asses, it might as well be someone awesome. So I'm here to think twice before you think about that, bad person. Y'all do know it's good people out here in the world, right? I know it's a lot of bad people out here. Like I know I have experienced it myself firsthand. But it is good people out here, y'all. It is some good people out here. You could be about to meet a good person. You could be spirit. God could be about to connect you with a good person, a good human, a person with a good heart, a good spirit. But let's see what's going on, y'all. What's going on? What's going on with this message? Somebody broke a spiritual law. Now they have to pay the physical consequences. This person that broke this spiritual law could be very shitty. This could be a person who you saw their true colors a long time ago. I mean, don't even stress over this person. Don't even stress over the situation. If somebody recently did something to you, collective, goes back to this person breaking a spiritual law. If somebody did something, collective, I'm here. Don't even worry about it. Don't stress about it. I'm hearing God is handling things behind the scenes. You might not see it. You might not feel it. You might not know what all God is doing behind the scenes, but I'm hearing God is taking care of somebody. God is handling somebody behind the scenes. I'm going to say that. What's going on, Spirit? We have divinity and we got blessings. Yeah. I just heard light after the darkness. I've been doing some research on the different plagues. We have 10 different plagues, right? Plague 9 is, I don't know if I have my paper in here. I actually do. Plague 9, which I'm correlating. I'm speaking on plague 9 because we are in the year of the nines. 2025 equals to the number 9. I'm gonna say that. So plague 9 is plague of darkness. Light after darkness, y'all. You could be about to experience a blessing. You could be about to experience a sort of big blessing, collective. You could be about to reconnect with some people who you once, disconnected from. You could be about to reconnect with some people who you lost connection with, who you lost time with. It says divinity. Every moment is filled with divinity. Cherish it. And we have blessings. Blessings are a gift from the universe. Receive and share them. God could be about to hand deliver you a blessing, collective. God could be about to hand deliver you a blessing. Divinity. This could be a blessing of divinity. It's a blessing of divinity. It says every moment is filled with divinity. Cherish it. Divinity. Divine timing. I'm hearing this blessing is coming in, at the right time, the right moment, the right time. 222 could be significant. Y'all could be seeing twos at this moment, at this time. I'm hearing something is happening at the right moment, right time. You could be about to experience a blessing, being at the right place at the right time, collective. You could be feeling guided. You could get the urge, the nudge to go somewhere different today, to do something different today. I'm hearing do that. You may meet a new person. You may meet a good person. You may meet a angel in human form, collective. I'm here wherever you are feeling guided to go today. I'm hearing God is about to connect you with a good person, a good human, a person with a good heart, a blessing. Divinity. You could be about to experience. You could be about to see how divinity truly works, collective. Let's see. I don't want to use that deck. What's going on, Spirit? What's going on with this message? What's going on? I said an ancestor in human form. You could be about to encounter one of your ancestors in human form, collective. What's going on, Spirit? We have Aquarius, the sign Aquarius, and we have North Node. Y'all do know Pluto has officially went into Aquarius, if I'm not mistaken. Look, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me. But it says Aquarius, your vision, what's new and different. Use an unconventional way, genius to experiment with, the discoveries of resulting from the incongruities of, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't know how to say that right. I don't know what that says. But we have Aquarius out here. I'm gonna show y'all the card. I'm not even showing y'all the cards. Aquarius, your vision. If I'm not mistaken, vision is one of the words of the day. Let's see, where are we? Yeah, vision. Your grandma, you can have a grandma that's passed over, collective. Your grandma could be about to do her big one. Look, your grandma could be about to show you how much she truly loves you and how much she truly cares about you, collective. Light after darkness. Walking unscathed, unreliable, Cherokee and finesse. Hackles. Something that's about to happen, collective, may send chills up your spine. Goes back to you meeting this angel in human form. You may be about to meet a person, collective, and you're going to know that this person is not human. You're going to know something is different about this person. You're going to know it. You're going to feel it. Something's going to happen. It's going to show you that, so God is real. Look, God is real. Blessings are real. Miracles are real. Marriage, perseverance, and promise. What is this, y'all? We got marriage, 6, 7. I wanted to say 6, 7, and 8 steps. You could be about to get steps. You could be about to get guidance on the next steps that you need to take, collective. We have marriage out here. Marriage, number 6. It says sweet love, couple independency, sweet love. This song might be significant, Sweet Love by Anita Baker. We have promise out here. Well, we have perseverance that came out next. 6, 7. 6, 7. I don't know if y'all know the little 6, 7 thing that's been going on. 6, 7, 6, 7. My baby love 6, 7, mama. 6, 7. We got challenge, endurance, and resolution, perseverance. I'm hearing God is about to give you steps as to how to get over this challenge. If you have been facing any challenges, collective. If you have been, trying to come up with resolutions to your problems, collective, I'm hearing God is about to give you the next steps to solve this problem. God is about to give you the next steps as to what he wants you to do. And we have promise. Something about a ring. Somebody may ask you for your hand in marriage, collective. Somebody may be about to propose to you, collective. Vision. You may have had a vision of this. I'm hearing a couple of people could know what's about to come towards you, collective. You might not know it, you might not see it, but I'm hearing a couple of people have had visions as to what's coming towards you. What's about to happen next in your life, collective. Okay, you could be about to experience some good news. Maybe about to get a phone call with some good news. It goes back to you meeting this person that's gonna give you some good news. Something about a person, you being guided to go somewhere to meet a person. Somebody broke a spiritual law. Now they have to pay with the physical. Now they have to pay the physical consequences of them breaking this spiritual law. Let's get some energy on that. I was picking up on that. Let's get some energy on that, y'all. Let's get some energy on that. What's going on with this person that broke this physical law, spirit? What's going on with this person that broke this physical law? Physical law, spiritual law. Somebody could have broke a physical law. I was picking up on a spiritual law. Fatal blow, danger. Wow. Fatal blow, danger. Danger ahead. Look, danger ahead. It says the doctrine of mutually assured destruction prevents conflict, causes irreversible ruin and long-lasting consequences. They go their consequences. Moments of absolute destruction and irreversible damage. Somebody did something that was irreversible, and now they have to deal with the long-lasting consequences of their decisions, of their choices. It says, I used to limit myself to safe zones, but now I realize I must face the dangers to survive this. Facing fear with confidence. Somebody could be in the energy. This person that broke this spiritual law could be in this energy of facing their fears with confidence. I can't talk today. Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde. Let's see. Third house, Mercury retrograde. Something about communication and deadlines. Something about their skin and bones. Somebody, the person that broke this spiritual law could be skin and bones at this moment, at this time. On this card, it's like a skeleton head. And on this card, it's a skeleton head. It's a skeleton. Somebody could be skin and bones. Somebody could be 6-7 out here again. 6-7. Deadline. It says, believes there is no margin for error, or every decision is critical. Feels stuck and pressured as the final deadline looms. Thinks they're trapped in a procrastination cycle with no end in sight. Deadline. Somebody could have had, this person that broke this spiritual law could have had a deadline to get something complete, collective. I'm hearing they did not make the deadline. That could be why this person is turning into skin and bones. Look, skin and bones. You may see somebody, goes back to you being guided to go somewhere. You may see somebody while you're out, collective, and you may run into this person who you haven't seen in a long time. You're going to see that this person has lost hella weight. You're going to see that this person could be, sick, stressing. Somebody could be sick and stressing right now. And I'm hearing their physical body is showing that. You may run into a person who you haven't seen in a long time, collective. I'm hearing you're going to see that this person is stressed, sick. Skin and bones. I mean, these are the consequences of this person breaking this spiritual law. Somebody is reaping the consequences of their actions at this moment, at this time. Deadline, it said, every decision is critical. Every decision is critical. This person could be rethinking their decisions at this moment, at this time. Replaying these decisions that they made, collective, in the past. The past is coming back to hunt somebody at this moment, at this time. The past. This person that broke a spiritual law, collective, could have been doing things to block and stop you from getting married, to block and stop you from moving forward, to block and stop you from receiving this blessing. I'm hearing this blessing that God ordained for you, collective. Somebody could have known the blessings that God, had set aside for you. And somebody could have been doing things to block and stop your blessings. I'm hearing with this person doing that, they broke a spiritual law. Now this person has to pay the physical consequence. Turn into skin and bones, stressing, sick, depressed. So malnourishment. Somebody possibly don't even have money to eat, can't eat. So not even having the money to eat. Somebody can't eat. Somebody could be so sick that they can't eat. And that could be another reason why they are turning into skin and bones. What's going on, Spirit? Queen of Swords. Queen of Feathers. Abigail the Peacemaker. This could be a person, collective, who you wanted to have peace with. This could be a person, collective, who you wanted to make amends with. But I'm hearing this person was refusing to do that. This person was refusing to let go of the grudge. Refusing to forgive. Refusing to move forward. And now this person is paying the consequences of that as well. I'm hearing God could have gave this person a lot of mercy, a lot of grace to forgive, I keep hearing make amends with you, collective, to find the peace in the situation. Goes back to you wanted to bring peace into the situation, but this person did not. And now this person is paying the physical consequences of not healing their heart, of not healing that trauma, of not letting go of that unforgiveness, of not letting go of that grudge. This could be a person who was holding a grudge against you, collective. What was this grudge about, Spirit? What was this grudge about? And I'm also hearing these blessings, collective, could be connected to your North Node. This person could have known that once you stepped into your power, once you stepped into your purpose, once you stepped into this energy of being in your North Node, somebody knew the blessings, that Spirit that God had for you. And this person has been doing everything in their power to block and stop your blessings, collective. It's the blessing of marriage. The blessing of making it to the finish line. The blessings of you receiving the promises that God promised you, collective. The things that God promised you, collective. What's going on? What's the grudge that this person was holding against the collective? What is this grudge about? What is this grudge pertaining to? 10 of Wands. Jeremiah's burdens. I'm telling y'all, burdens. 2018. Something could happen in 2018. Jeremiah 2018. It says, why did I ever come out of the womb to see trouble and sorrow and to the end of my days in shame? Wow. Somebody could have been cursed in the womb, collective. What? Somebody could have been cursed. Somebody could have been cursing your womb. Somebody could have been cursing you in their womb. This could be a mother figure, collective. Somebody's own mother could have been cursing them while you was growing inside of their stomach. What the hell? You could have been a mistake, baby, collective. Look, somebody could have got pregnant with you by mistake, by accident. And this person could have been cursing you since you was in the womb. Mother or father, put the role, put the title, put the gender where they belong. Somebody could have saw you. Wow. I'm here. Spirit God could have blessed this parent with you, collective. You could have been a blessing to your parents. Mother, father, like I said, mother, father, put the title, put the role, put the gender where they are. But I'm here when this person got pregnant with you, collective. When you came about, I'm here. Somebody could have saw you as a burden. Wow. I'm here. Somebody could have been holding a grudge with you, collective, since you was a child. Somebody could have saw you as a burden. Instead of a blessing, somebody saw you as a burden. Wow. That's deep. Look, that's deep. That's deep. What's going on, Spirit? 10 of Wands. Wow. 9 of Wands. Satan tests Job. Wow. It says, in all this, Job did not sin by charging God with wrongdoing. 9 of Wands. Satan tests Job, collective. Wow. And the devil. You could have been going through a situation similar to the story in the Bible, Job. You know, you could have been going, I don't know if y'all know much about the story of Job, but Job was tested. I actually looked it up on chat the other day. I can give y'all a whole little rundown as to what I looked up on chat the other day. Chat GPT. Let's see. So I can quote this accurately. The story of Job is one of the most powerful, mysterious books in the Bible. It explores faith, suffering, spiritual testing, and the nature of God's justice. Here's a clear breakdown. The summary of the story of Job. Job is described as a righteous, wealthy, and upright man who honors God. He has a large family, great health, and abundant possessions. The heavily challenged, it says, in a heavily scene, Satan, the adversary, tells God that Job only serves him because of his blessings. Satan suggests, take everything away from Job and he will curse you. This is what the devil told God, to take everything away from Job. And he told God that Job was going to curse him. God allowed Job to be tested. God allowed this to happen to test Job. The only thing here is God told Satan that you cannot take Job's life. Wow, that's all we needed to read right there, y'all. Somebody who works for the devil, collective. Wow, somebody who works for the devil, collective, could have been sending you through the test of Job. Somebody thought, collective, if they take everything from you, that you was going to curse God, you was going to leave God, you was going to walk away from God. God allowed this to happen in your life, collective. God allowed this to happen in your life, collective, to show people that you was not going to turn away from him, to show people how much you loved and cared about him, to show people how committed you was to God. You could have went through a situation, collective, very similar to Job. And I'm hearing God allowed this to show people, to show the naysayers that you was never going to leave his side, that you was going to always stick beside him. Wow. Satan tests Job. You could have been being tested by the devil, collective. This person that broke this spiritual law could have been testing you. This person could work for the devil. This person could work for Satan. This person was testing you, collective, to see was you going to turn your back on God. And I'm hearing you never did it. You never turned your back on God. You always remained faithful to God. You always walked by faith and not by sight, collective. You knew the plans that God had for you, collective. And you stuck beside him. Wow. I'm hearing you are showing the naysayers at this moment, at this time, collective, how committed you are to God, how committed you are to spirit, how committed you are to the divine. And that could be why you are about to receive these blessings that God has for you tenfold. You could have lost some things, collective, in 2018. So from 2018 to now, you could have been losing things. God allowed that to happen to show these naysayers how committed you were to him. What's going on, Spirit? You could have a lot of people looking at you sideways right now, collective. Ace of Swords. These people, they were trying to prosecute you. Saul's conversion. It says, he fell to the ground and heard a voice say to him, Saul, Saul, why do you prosecute me? You could have had a lot of people standing around you, collective, trying to prosecute you, trying to say that you, turned your back on God, trying to say that you didn't love God, trying to say that you was worshiping the devil, lying on your name, collective. Ace of Swords, lying on your name, collective. Not realizing that you never left God. You always stayed in this position, on your knees, praying, talking to God, communing with God, collective. So you never turned your back on him. And you have a lot of people looking at you right now. Looking at you sideways. People could be realizing this right now, collective, that you never turned your back on God. People could have thought you did. Wow. People could have thought you did, but you didn't. Look, you didn't. Temperance, you always remain balanced through every test, through every attack. You always remain balanced, collective. Through every attack. You always stood your ground, collective. And I'm here, that's why you're about to receive these blessings at this moment, at this time. Right place, right time. I'm here, you put in the work. You did what needed to be done. And you're about to receive the reward of that, collective. Be open to receiving. Be open to receiving, y'all. I said, whatever your heart desires. Be open to receiving whatever your heart desires. Big or small. Page of Wands. Miriam's praise for God. You could be about to receive a blessing, collective, that's going to have you praising God. Singing, dancing, shouting. You hear me? And your grandmother could be behind the scenes pulling some strings to get these blessings hand delivered to you, collective. You could have recently lost a grandmother. I keep hearing grandmother, grandfather. You could have recently lost somebody, collective, who you was very close to. And I'm hearing this ancestor is doing some things behind the scenes. Goes back to this ancestor could be about to show up in the physical form. And I'm here, you're going to know. You're going to know exactly who this is. Exactly what's going on. I'm here, everything is about to start making sense, collective. Something that was once confusing to you, something that was once unclear, it's about to start making sense. Wow.